All right, so we're going to just do another one of these project overviews and talk a bit about a project that we're actually pretty lucky to be a part of. We work closely with BEDA, which is Brisbane Economic Development Agency. And for the last 3 years, we've shot a few of their major events, which Christmas in Brisbane comes around every year and is a really cool one to be a part of. So I feel like we've always got some epic photo and video from each of the events that we've done. And we thought we'd just jump on today and talk a little bit about some of the challenges in shooting these major public events. So I'll chuck that over to Will. Will's one of the leads on all of these shoots, and we'll get started with it.
So I think a few of the main challenges, I think, coming from these like massive public events that we do for it is working with the public, I think, is one of the main ones, because we have these ideas that we want to do for the shots and that, and then we've got to kind of spend more time finding the right people, I think is the big part of it, is like, are they suitable for it? And then if they are they keen? And then if they're keen, are they also presenting well to the camera? Like you got all these
are they happy
extra
to sign
elements.
A release form?
All these things for it that make it, I think, a bit of a challenge. And like sometimes you don't get that, which is the hard part. Like you just like, okay, we didn't get it. Let's go find someone else, and we got to go run around and find other people for it.
Yeah.
I think another challenge, especially more for this one specific, is like, because we shoot it every year, is trying to make sure that we're shooting it differently each time. We're not kind of just rinse repeating same shots, coming up with the same thing, kind of getting a bit dry with it. I think that's a bit of one of the challenges with shooting the same thing every year, is like, okay, how can we go on this with the same approach of last year but deliver something better than last year and make it awesome,
make it better and different. I suppose like something we are lucky for is we get awesome briefs from the team at BEDA, so we really know what they want out of everything, which is awesome. We get some creative freedom on like how we get those shots and what we do, but 100%, like we have these ideas in our head of what would be an awesome hero shot to get, and you get out there and sometimes that's just not happening. So you've got to just think outside the box, sometimes put your initial ideas out and work out how we can get something as close as possible to what they're referencing to us and still make it happen. And like find the right people to do it. There's just so much that goes into it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then just dealing with the public is just another thing. Like you just got to get ready for, can I swear?
We'll figure that out later.
Just dealing with like, I guess, rejection of people just being like, oh no, or like a lot of rude people, especially in Brisbane. You know, you're dealing with all sorts of people out there.
I guess you're dealing with people that are there just to have a good time with their family.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we try and respect that, but then you're also dealing with people who are like blind drunk on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. Coming in,
and
just you know how it is. It's always those types of people out there. But I think they're kind of the few challenges with it. Also the amount of people that are there.
Yeah, just getting around. Like
to
get to the key spots at the key times.
I think that's the other thing. And that kind of ties in with like how we shoot the event is like being quite precise on like what we're shooting for it, so we can get the right stuff. Because like if you're all the way over here and the lighting of the Christmas tree is about to start, you're not getting there. You're not getting there. You got to be kind of on top, make sure you know where you are at all times. Like checking our run sheet, which is awesome from the briefs that we get, because we get run sheets with times, everything's happening. We kind of set a bit of a plan at the start of like, okay, we need these shots, everyone needs to be back here for this time here. You're going to be up there for that kind of time to getting the wides. We're going to be here for close-up interactions of it all happening. Like,
and I guess maybe something that people might overlook, but I feel like is something pretty important about what we do. Like once we're there, you've got the run sheet, but you do have to like make yourself known to the event coordinators and everything. Introduce yourself, be as nice as you can. Like you're there to do your job, they're there to do their job. But,
definitely.
If you've got a good working relationship with them, it makes life so much easier. Like
run sheets
change, right? So like if they don't know what you're trying to achieve, they're not going to let you know about that.
But that's it. And that's like in 2023, was it lighting a Christmas tree? Rained out. We had a rain out, and like that was a massive change to the whole thing. Like they were cutting down on everyone's shoot, like everyone's performances. They were like pulling people out. We had to like really adapt to what was going on for that. So that was kind of making yourself known, and they also have like a million people that they're also
need to
coordinating, not just us.
Yeah, really.
So
like, we don't matter at the end
yeah,
of the day
exactly.
them, so.
Like if we make ourselves known to them, that's all they need to know. They know who we are, and we're like, okay, cool. Let them know that we know what we're doing.
Yeah,
makes them feel better.
Feel at ease with it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not just kind of like blindly running around trying to get into these random spots and all that stuff. Like we're kind of professional about it all.
Yeah, I guess that's something that you might not normally think about when you're just doing photo and video content capture. Like it goes further than just hitting record and being in the right spot. Like it's doing that form of communication with people that just allows you to get what you really need to get and go through places a little bit easier because security know who you are and they're friendly and everything's easy. And then, I mean, there's that. And we're usually at these events with a fairly decent crew. Like we're not just there with two people getting to get these shots. Like there's a bit more that's involved. There's release forms that we have to get. They're nighttime events, so it's fairly dark. So we usually like to have an assistant that can help us light a scene a little bit better when we're ready to set it up. So
I think that's the level of like that kind of separates us. I think a bit is like our intention on getting shots is like quality. Like we're not kind of just running out with a camera in low light, blaring the ISO and getting that. Like we actually have team out there who help us lighting up shots and stuff, but not overly that's like a bit invasive. It's like
wrecking the event or
wrecking the event and stuff. Yeah, definitely. Like it's making those shots quality, like campaign kind of stuff that you would get in an event, which is I think in our
there's only a few people that really go to that
exactly. I think it's 100% worth it. Like it makes those shots amazing because like just having one extra person on there to help with lighting makes all of the difference of a shot in how it comes in the edit. Like,
for both stills and for video there. Like we can usually adapt and use our same lighting situation for the stills as the video, so we're able to be fairly minimal but get results that you're just not able to get by running out there with a single person and a camera. It takes planning, coordination and organizing, but definitely 100% worth it at the end of it. Yeah,
definitely. And in terms of turnarounds, like you're on photos, like same day turnarounds, how do you go with like...
It's definitely tough. Like I said, we're lucky because the team at BEDA have a good brief for us, so we know what we're trying to get. But in saying that, we also know that the deadlines are tight and we have content to deliver immediately. So like the photos from the night, we're delivering anywhere between 10 to 30 hero stills from that event so that they can start going live across their different channels, between BEDA's channels themselves or been shared about with the other people involved. So like the Lord Mayor for the lighting of the Christmas tree, I know that always goes up on their channels, and we're usually sitting with a representative from one of the team doing selects like 10 minutes after the event finishes. We're already on the laptop, we've dropped everything off and we're doing these selects. And I think that's something that, I mean, is quite easy to do. If you shoot intentionally, you know what you're looking for. You could very easily overshoot these events and have just way too much to go through. But at the same time, you can't always capture what you need to capture just by being overly intentional at the event. So there's like a balance that we've got to try and find, and doing a bit of rating while we're going through to know what our hero shots are. So when we come back and drop it off, open up Lightroom, it's there ready to go. And we can make that delivery very, very quickly. And obviously at the end of that, we're still set with another 500 to 600 great photos that we've got to go through and send them, but they've got what they need for that night and everyone's happy. It's going live on the socials, and there's just another bank of images that can still roll through. But in saying that as well, video, we're always doing a tight turnaround on the video. It's not on the night, but usually the next day we're delivering a sequence of footage. I think this year was.
Yeah, sequence of footage, and then usually 15-second highlight of it is usually what it is.
And that's the next day. So we're jumping straight into that edit the next day. Friday, we're coming back into the office on a Saturday and getting stuck into it. What do you think is the way that you found to be able to get through that quickly?
I think same thing is finding the right balance between overshooting and obviously not shooting enough. Obviously it's become a lot easier now, being we've done this for 3 years now, shooting this. We kind of know how to approach these events and getting the right stuff out of it. But I think being intentional and kind of in your mind shot listing the video as it's happening, noting these event like moments that are happening. You know, we have these little things that we do when we get a hero shot, we cover it, notice that when we go back into our footage, when we're editing, we see the notice blank screen. Next one is one before it is the shot. And then that's kind of a way there to help within best footaging and then making that process a lot easier. But yeah, that's probably the main thing is just
the balance, I
is the
suppose,
balance
yeah, like,
is figuring out what's
because shooting events you can't direct and coordinate and organize much. You can do little bits of it here and there, but you really do have to just roll for those extra 30 to 40 seconds sometimes to try and capture that genuine moment that's happening between families and things like that that really are the heroes, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, because it's usually condensing down, you know, a whole night of footage into 15 seconds. Like, you know, you got to be pretty intentional about what you're shooting and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, I guess that's there's not too much more to talk about through that. Like, you could keep going on and on about it, but as a bit of a wrap up, like, that's how we would approach these events. That's how we do approach these events. And yeah, we feel like it's definitely working for us. We'd love to hear input and feedback from anybody else who does this kind of work that would like to jump in and give us any extra tips, or if you got anything valuable from our conversation today, that would also be awesome. And then also, I guess anybody that's shooting or that needs these kind of events covered, like if there's something we're missing here that you feel is important, definitely love to hear about it and open up that conversation.
Yeah, hit us up for your events.